Hello, Aquarians, and welcome to this, your mid to late June reading and predictions. This reading is intended for anybody born under the sign of Aquarius, as well as anyone else who happens to have a lot of Aquarius elsewhere in their charts. My name is Marnie. I am the intuitive butterfly, and I am fully nomadic. So this month, as I record this for you here in the middle of June, I'm coming to you from lovely Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. I am fairly new to the fully nomadic lifestyle, so please excuse any glitches or weird stuff that might go on, including, my background kind of being a little, whatever. But I am absolutely grateful to friends who have helped me over the last couple of months, including providing me with a space to record this video for you, as well as Wi-Fi. So there we go. Practicing gratitude. Okay, Aquarius, let's get started. For those of you who are returning, you know how this works. I'm very grateful to see each of you again. And for those of you who are new here, I pull all of the cards right away. I do leave them sitting face down. I work with a number of different oracle card decks, tarot card decks, and I do not turn the cards over until I'm actually ready to read them. I find that this allows for more of the intuition to bubble up. So let's get started. Aquarius, where are you at now? What's going on in your life right now? All right, we got cards half jumped out. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll see whether they fall out by the time I get to the end of the deck here. I think we're going to have at least one more. Yep, there it goes. I'm out. I'm out. Nope, that one jumped and then went right back in. But that came out. Okay. All right, we do have quite a number of cards that have come out here, including one in reverse. We'll see whether it's going to get read in reverse or not. How many cards came out for you, Aquarius? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. What are you focusing on, Aquarius? No, not going there. Okay, I guess I am. What are you focusing on at this time, Aquarius? So, Aquarius, mid to late June, what are you focusing on? This is a new deck that I was called to use. It is new to me. I'm still getting used to it. It's still getting used to me. And so sometimes it takes a minute before we get cards jumping out of it. Right, I think my camera just glitched there too. Right, Aquarius, focus, mid to late June. Apparently you're not focusing on anything. You're jumping around. Oh. Okay. So we just have one card that has jumped out for you for what you're focusing on. Let me just tap in here. I think you're meant to have one more card from this deck. So let's do that right now. Yes. Oh, wow. All right. So we just had just a whole ton of cards come out. Let's just see if we can narrow that down. Yeah, we did. Okay. Okay, the next cards that we're going to pull for you, Aquarius, are going to be cards of your difficult influences. What are you bumping up against here for mid to late June? And again, we've just got a whole pile of cards that came sliding out. Way more cards. I mean, if you've got that much going on for difficult influences, Aquarius, you might be having a really difficult month. Look at all these cards for difficult influences. I don't think so. All right, so let's narrow this down. Do excuse the phone ringing in the background. I am in a shared workspace, so I apologize. All right. Okay. Okay. That's a little bit more reasonable, a little bit easier to work with, right? Okay. All right. So the next card that we're going to pull is going to be coming from another one of the new decks that I recently started working with. And normally this card would be the card that just makes sense, but it is also a card of messages you need to hear at this time, Aquarius. So let's take a look at what Aquarius needs to hear at this time. What makes sense for Aquarius and what do they need to hear? We have two cards that have jumped out. All right, so. All right, now let's have a look at what is unexpected for you, Aquarius. What is unexpected for Aquarius? Where are we going? Over here. Unexpected. What is unexpected for Aquarius? Anything else unexpected? I think there's one more in here that's meant for you, Aquarius. Oh, okay. I lied. There's two. They came out together. I just finished going through the deck. I really felt like there was at least one more card in there for you. So, all right. All right, now the last cards that we're going to pull for you, Aquarius, are going to be the cards of your general overall outcome. These are cards that predict or project farthest into the future, where you are anticipated to be, what energies are going to be influencing you at the end of the month. So let's look at your outcome. And again, we've got just piles of cards trying to fall out. Yep, and there they go. Is that other one? Yep, there goes another one. So it looks like we're going to be shuffling up a bunch of cards again. Yep, there's another one. We got one more. Yep. And that one. Okay. So for your general overall outcome, Aquarius, you have far too many cards here, probably over 20. So look at that pile of cards. All right. So let's shuffle up these and see what comes out. We want 2 to 3 cards, please. Spirit, Creator, 2 to 3 cards to show the outcome for the Aquarians for the end of June, going into July. All right. Makes it a little bit more difficult to shuffle them up, but there we go. There's 2 that have come out, or is there 3 there? No, there's, wow. Okay, there's 4 cards there. I guess that's probably it. Because I asked for 2 or 3 cards. Okay, Aquarius. You have the 7 of Winter, also known as the 7 of Swords. You have the Prince of Autumn, also known as the Prince of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Princess of Spring, also known as the Princess of Wands, 8 of Winter, that would be Swords, and 5 of Swords. Wow, you have 3 Swords cards coming out here. Let's just read the cards in the order in which they came out. And again, let me just remind you, this is for the time period between June 15th and June 30th. The 7 of Winter is a card of not seeing the whole bigger picture and not realizing that there is another choice that you can make. This is a card of almost feeling like your back is against the wall and you've got blinders on and you're only seeing one way out. Okay. It's almost like running away from our problems. The Prince of Autumn, also known as the Prince of Pentacles, coming out, and it's coming out in reverse. Now, this is a card, this is a cautionary card about your money and finances and your job. This is a card of telling you to be wise, making sure that you're making decisions that are well informed. Now, the fact that this came out in reverse, Aquarius, indicates that the decisions that you're making at this time may not be as well informed as you think you are, or you are making rash decisions at this time, particularly when it comes to your finances or your career. And so just be wary of that. You have the Princess of Spring coming along. She's reminding you to go after your dreams. This is a card of action. This is represented by the element of fire. Think about it. If you are sitting on fire, you're going to want to be taking action. So the Princess of Spring is asking you to enthusiastically embrace things in your life and move forward. Begin to take action. Also, the Princess of Spring, also known as the Page of Wands, is extremely creative in what they do in order to be able to accomplish something. So again, this is a card of expanding your horizons and doing things creatively, seeing the bigger picture. You already have another card here indicating that perhaps you are not seeing the big picture, or you're avoiding seeing the big picture. And this is your confirmation that you really need to be taking everything into account before making a decision. And this card is indicating maybe you're not taking everything into account before making a decision at this time, Aquarius. You have the Eight of Winter, also known as the Eight of Swords. This is a card of believing in yourself, walking away from things that no longer serve you. So in the traditional tarot, the Eight of Swords is represented by a character who gets onto a raft and takes his or her swords and basically sails away and says, bye-bye, I'm done. I've done everything I can here. It's time for me to move on because the past is no longer serving me. And it kind of has a similar theme in this deck, with this fairy being on an iceberg kind of, or a piece of ice floating away from their problems, floating away from the past, and recognizing they have the ability to do so on their own. And you also have the Five of Winter coming in, Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, and I've said this before, whenever fives come up for us, Aquarius, in the tarot, it's about a conflict coming in. Perhaps somebody is not being as honest as they should be. It's about the universe putting blocks in our place so that we can ensure that we're actually on the right path. And this is a card of walking away from the past, and in particular, walking away from relationships and dealings that do not serve our highest good, or no longer serve our highest good. For many of us at this time, that which we thought we wanted to step into 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, is no longer serving our highest good, Aquarius. And it's time to walk away from that. You have two cards here back to back, both the Eight of Winter and the Five of Winter, both indicating that you need to walk away. The Five of Winter is actually a little bit, I would say, more strongly worded, in that there's something dishonest. There's something bubbling below the surface right now for you, Aquarius, that is no longer resonating with you, that's not honest, that it's not serving you. It's not the best choice for you. It may have been the best choice for you at one time, but it is no longer serving your highest good. So let me just get a little bit more comfortable here. And there's something that's just not worth, you're putting a bunch of effort into something and it's not worth your time and effort anymore. And I do want to say that I'm really sensing and feeling this has to do with job and career, more so than a relationship. You have absolutely no cards out of these 5 cards that have come up. I also want to point out that you have 5 cards that came up, and you have a 5 here, indicating some conflict right now, indicating you're at a crossroads, indicating some decisions need to be made. And because you have no cups here, also known as the Suit of Summer in this particular deck, because you have none of these here, and you do have this pentacle here, I do want to say that this is pertaining to work and career. and your finances. There's something about your finances or your career that you need to really be seriously looking at walking away from. All right. What do you have here? Ooh, you have both the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands coming in. And you also have attachment. You're all tangled up in a web right now, Aquarius. This is one of the things that you are focusing on. Now, when this card comes up, this is about longing and desperation. You are attached to something from the past that has tangled you up in all of this web here, and you're having difficulty moving forward, and yet you continue to focus on this. These 3 cards that I have in this area for you are the cards of what you are focusing on mid to late June. And this is indicating that you're focusing on the past, and it's causing you to be attached to something that's no longer serving your highest good. And that's indicated here with the 8 of Winter and the 5 of Winter as well. There is something that you need to walk away from. And, the 7 of Winter being here as well is saying that you're not facing the truth. You're running away from the truth instead of facing it and getting ready to walk away. Encouraging you going forward. Like I said, you have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands coming in. You have some playfulness that needs to be brought into your life. You're going to need playfulness in order to be able to move forward in this. And there's also an intensity that's happening. Aquarius, when you need to make a decision about something that makes you uncomfortable, you get into a place where things build for you. You resist making the decision and it builds. And you don't want to make the decision and it builds. And then when you finally make the decision, you make it with such an intensity that a lot of people are left scratching their heads going, where did that come from? And Aquarius is going, where did what come from? I knew that this was coming. But they didn't know that that was building and bubbling and brewing inside of you, Aquarius. So really what I'm sensing and feeling for you at this time, Aquarius, is that you are repressing or suppressing something that needs to have a decision made, specifically relating to your work or career. And when you finally decide to make the decision and break away from the past and get out of this spider web that you've created for yourself, this attachment to whatever it is, there's going to be such an intensity. People's heads are, I've got this visual coming up for me. There's going to be this intensity of people's heads spinning, going, what just happened there? Okay. So watch for that, Aquarius, because here's the thing. As much as you knew that it was coming and you could feel this fire burning in your belly and you knew that a change was going to be coming, it can affect you as well because it's going to affect the people around you. So just watch out for this intensity that's building up. Let's have a look at what your difficult influences are. Oh my goodness, you have more wands coming up here. You've got the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is feeling like you're overburdened somewhere in your life. Like this character on this card is trying to move 10 wands all at the same time, and he's really bumping up against it, going, like this is a lot of work. It's a card of you feeling oppressed or trapped. That kind of plays back into a lot of these cards that came up for you, this 7 of Winter, this 8 of Winter, and this 5 of Winter, that you are avoiding making a decision. And when you avoid making a decision, you actually kind of leave yourself feeling trapped. So this stands to reason that this is a card in your difficult influences right now. The 10 of Wands is kind of a difficult card to come up. You do have the 4 of Wands in your difficult influences right now as well. Now, the 4 of Wands is generally a positive card. It's about a mentor or a helper coming in, someone who's going to be able to help you move forward in your business. But here's the problem. This is in your difficult influences, Aquarius, indicating that when help is presented to you, you're doing, nah, I'm good. I'm little Miss Independent. I'm little Mr. Independence. And I can handle this on my own. I've got this. Okay. This card, this Four of Wands coming in, is saying to you, Aquarius, that at some point during the latter half of June, someone's going to come in and offer you some help and offer you a solution. You might want to explore that on a deeper level. You have the Hanged Man coming in your difficult influences. Do we have another card with a similar meaning to the Hanged Man in your reading? Yes, we do. We have the Seven of Winter. This was one of the first cards that came out for you. And the Seven of Winter is about not seeing things clearly, avoiding the truth, wanting to just, run away from something and not facing things head on. The Hanged Man asks us to see things clearly, but see them from a different perspective. And oftentimes this can reveal a truth to us that's being hidden. So Aquarius, this coming up in your difficult influences is saying that you kind of have some blinders on right now, and you're going through life going like this, and you're not seeing the big picture right now. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of perhaps returning to learning of some kind, taking some seminars, taking some classes, admitting that you don't have all the answers, Aquarius. This is coming up in your difficult influences because Aquarius, as much as Taurus would like to say that they are the most stubborn as a bull, zodiac sign, they really aren't, Aquarius. You are. Aquarians are probably the most stubborn people on the planet. That's one of the reasons why many, many very successful people are Aquarians, is because they're stubborn and they just keep trying until they actually succeed. But Aquarians like to think that they have all of the answers. And this card, this Three of Pentacles coming up in your difficult influences, is reminding you, Aquarius, you don't have all the answers. You do need to make some decisions. You need to see things from a different perspective. You need to stop running away from the truth. You need to walk away. Okay, so the Seven of Winter is about running away from the truth, and the Five of Winter is about walking away when you realize that somebody in your midst was not being open and honest with you. Okay, and the Three of Pentacles is about admitting to yourself that you don't have all the answers and you need to seek out some help or some guidance and some training from other people in order to be able to continue on your path of success and learning. What do you need to hear right now, Aquarius? What makes sense for you? Your thoughts create your reality. Yeah. Good reminder for you, Aquarius. And this makes sense because if you are still caught up in the past and you are still, if you're running away from the truth, and instead of walking away from, someone that isn't being honest with you, if you are not creating playfulness and instead you're bottling things up until they explode with intensity, you're creating your reality and you're creating drama in your life, Aquarius. So at this time, remember that if you want to create a drama-free life, then your thoughts need to be drama-free as well. The other message that you need to hear at this time is kindness counts. So as much as you have two cards here indicating that perhaps there's a little bit of dishonesty somewhere in your life, somebody's not being fully truthful with you, as much as you are holding on to an attachment to the past, as much as this stuff is going on, when you begin to see the truth and you begin to see things from that bigger picture, from that higher perspective, remember, you're being asked to walk away. Kindness counts. where am I going with this? For many of us, when we realize that somebody has been dishonest with us, we want instant karma. We want revenge. We want to see the other person suffer as they have made us suffer. Aquarius, the cards are indicating that is not your path to walk, particularly here, mid to late June. When you see things from the different perspective with this Hanged Man here, when you're able to see the truth, walk away, because it is not up to you to enforce the law of karma. Kindness counts. Just walk away. That's their karma to deal with. Yours is to just walk away with kindness. Okay. That creates beautiful karma for you to walk away and just say, I'm done. I'm out. This business project, this job, whatever, was not serving my highest good. And I don't need to be mean about it. Let's have a look at what is unexpected for you, Aquarius, mid to late June. Valiant courage. Take action with passion. Take action. I think really you are going to have some courage in order to be able to face the truth and face the fact that something is just not right in your life right now. And you are going to have to take action with regards to that. What will that do for you? Well, it's going to put you on a great adventure. And you have stepping into your own power. You are strong beyond measure. The fact that you have valiant courage and you have stepping into your own power. Aquarius, these two cards are indicating that once you finally make the decision to walk away from a dishonest association, something that is not quite right, someone who's not being 100% truthful with you, when you decide to walk away from that, you are going to have to step into your valiant courage. You're going to have to step into your own power. You're going to have to stand on your own 2 feet for a period of time. And you're going to have to do so with kindness to the other party, despite the fact that the other party may have done you wrong, as the saying goes. It is not your job to enact karma. Karma is a universal law. It is your job to trust in universal laws at this time, Aquarius, and walk away with kindness. But you are going to have to be courageous. And I do feel that this is coming up for you mid to late June. The cards are indicating this is coming up for you. Like I said, too, with this intensity card coming out and then the kindness card coming out, right, Aquarius, there's going to be this urge on your part to act with an intensity that the law of karma may perceive as inappropriate to you as well. And so I would encourage you to really take a few steps back every once in a while this month, at the end of the month here, and ensure that you are acting with kindness and that you're reminding yourself that your thoughts create your reality. Okay. I don't know why, Aquarius, but the law of karma is coming up time and time and time and time again for me in your reading here today. Beautiful, beautiful cards coming out for your final overall outcome. You have the Two of Winter. And incidentally, it happens to be another swords card. So, you know, lots of swords over here in your initial cards. And you have 2 more swords cards here in your final outcome. You have the Prince of Winter and you have the Two of Winter. The Two of Winter, also known as the Two of Swords, is about us coming to that place where we need to make a decision. We need to make a choice. And indecision Not making a choice is going to cause you to be in that place where your tension is going to build, your intensity is going to build. Remember, I said that right from the start, Aquarius, from what you were focusing on, that if you are not able to release the past, there's an intensity that's going to build in you. And the 2 of winter coming up in your final overall outcome is your reminder that you do need to make a choice. Right beside the 2 of winter, which is all about making choices, you have the 7 of spring. This is the 7 of wands. Interestingly, you also had the 7 of winter here, right? You now have the 7 of wands, which is the 7 of spring. This is the card of be assertive, take action. In your unexpected, you have a card that says right on it, take action with passion. And now you have that confirmation in your general overall outcome, Aquarius. Take action, be assertive. Do not allow this indecision to hold you back. You have the Prince of Winter. The Prince of Winter is, okay, I'm just going to read this second line on the Prince of Winter card for you because I can't say it any better or interpret it in any other way. The need to act quickly and decisively. Aquarius, 3 cards in a row telling you that you need to take action with regards to these initial cards that came out indicating that there is something in your midst that is not right pertaining to, I want to say, job, money, career. Something is not right and you need to be proactive. There's 3 cards in a row, as well as this Valiant Courage card, take action with passion. Everything here. Oh, and let me remind you, take a risk and venture forward. Aquarius, everything in this reading is telling you, you need to be proactive. What is your final card? It's actually your card, Aquarius, the Star. Each card in the tarot is associated with one of the 12 zodiac signs. And in the major arcana, the Star is your card. And the Star is all about you and your ability to tap into the greater good. It's all about looking to the future with hope and realizing that we create our own realities. It's about you being able to move mountains once you get out of indecision. That this card is, okay, there's another card in the tarot called the World. And when it comes out, it's a question of the world is your oyster. You can have anything you want in the world. When the Star comes out, it's about you can have anything you want in the universe, Aquarius. It is a super powerful, happy card. But the Star is not able to come out and visit you and be a part of your life if you are in a place of indecision. So Aquarius, by the end of June, moving into July, you have a decision to make. It's not necessarily going to be an easy decision, but once you make that decision and you stick with it courageously, Star, and your ability to be able to manifest really good, amazing stuff is really going to blossom and bloom for you, Aquarius. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to end off your reading here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will consider giving me a like and subscribing if this resonated with you. And as well, let me just remind you that I am available for private consultations, and my information is down below in the description. Thank you again, Aquarius. I hope to see you again for your July reading.